Closing arguments wrapping up today in the murder trial of former Columbus police officer Andrew Mitchell, who is charged with murder and involuntary manslaughter in the 2018 shooting death of 23-year-old Donna Castleberry. NBC4's Audrey Hassan has been following closely with these closing arguments. Today, she joins us now from the courthouse with what unfolded. Audrey?
Good evening, Brad. Jury deliberations have concluded for the day. The jury left the courthouse around 4 this afternoon, so they will continue tomorrow. But Andrew Mitchell's fate now lies in the hands of the jury, both the prosecution and the defense, giving their closing arguments today, which wrapped just before 1 this afternoon.
It is your sworn duty to accept these instructions and to apply the law that is given to you.
Judge David Young began today's proceedings with jury instructions before closing arguments.
What started as a typical prostitution encounter, soliciting encounter, became atypical.
Since the burden of proof lies with the prosecution, the state opened closing arguments by revisiting a video that shows the moment leading up to the fatal shooting of Castleberry in 2018. The state maintained that Castleberry was trying to protect herself from what she believed was a kidnapping, arguing Mitchell used excessive and unnecessary force.
Was it reasonable to believe she posed a threat of serious physical harm or death to him at the moment he fired, when she's in the back seat, when she's trying to get away from him?
In closing arguments for the defense, attorney Mark Collins reiterated Mitchell's own testimony in the trial, arguing the former vice officer feared for his own life when Castleberry slashed his hand with a knife and allegedly choked him with her foot.
Every police officer's nightmare is being in that situation and having to draw your weapon and having to potentially take someone's life. He told you he didn't want to do that. That's why he fought with her hands. That's what he told you. Okay, he told you he did. He's never fired his weapon in 30 years, ladies and gentlemen.
Collins also arguing the jury must consider Castleberry's conduct.
The conduct is resisting. The conduct is noncompliance. The conduct is the slashing. The conduct is the choking.
But prosecutor Daniel Cable had this to say about the only thing they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt.
Is in count 1 that Andy Mitchell knowingly caused physical harm with a deadly weapon that resulted in the death of Donna Castleberry.
And again, the jurors have left the courthouse this afternoon. Jury deliberations will continue tomorrow morning, and of course they will go on until a verdict is reached. Live and local for you at the Franklin County Courthouse, Audrey Hassan, NBC4.